Alright, what's up YouTube? I got a review for you guys, anime review. Fix this camera real quick. Speed Grapher. Uh, this is a series that was made back in 2005. I've actually had the series in my collection for a while now. I'm just not really getting around to watching it because sometimes I collect some anime and I forgot I even had the series. So I've been looking at it through the whole week, and I just finished it up last night. So let me get to the kind of the plot. I'm gonna show off the box set stuff first. You got this right here, which has a bunch of different. It's a bunch of different art books, things like that in here. Um, basically telling you what's coming up. But really, yeah, these are just art books. It's made by Studio Gonzo. Gonzo did this anime. Like I said, it was made back in 2005. Put this back in here real quick. Sorry about that. Man, this stuff is hard to put back in here. Man. Okay. Now we get to the DVDs. Artwork and all that stuff. What the artwork looks like. And here are the discs. It's a 24 episode long series. It's on each disc there's 4 episodes. So each night I think I watched 4 episodes each night. So it's basically I spent the whole week watching it. The plot is basically that Japan is really corrupt. It's run by the society is really corrupt. It's run by corrupt politicians. Everything in the city is just really screwed up. It's basically kind of like a commentary on Japan and on what Japan society could become. And there's these individuals in here who have unique abilities. They're called euphorics, and the main character of the series, Kaiser, he goes to an underground. He takes pictures for a living. He goes to an underground. What's the word? An underground club that has a lot of unholy things going on. I should say. This anime is very sexually expressive. There's a lot of sexual themes in here. It's not hentai. People have said that this is hentai. It's not hentai. It's just it has strong sexual themes in it, and throughout the series you get to see that. But anyway, the main character Kaiser goes to an underground club, and all these rich people, these politicians are there, and they're basically doing rituals. They're having sex with multiple women, doing all type of sexual acts. But Kaiser, he has an identity, so he can blend in with them. He has like a little mask, a domino mask on, so he can blend in with everyone else, because everyone else had the same type of mask on. So what happens is, people get wind of that he's an outsider, and his mask comes off, and they see who he is. And there's a gentleman who is at the top of this this underground club, and he tells this girl to go down there and kill him. She comes down and she kisses him, and her saliva gives the guy power. He from now on, whenever his camera snaps, his eyes, I believe it's his right eye that glows red, and whenever he snaps a picture, it blows up anything that's around him. So it's basically like a gun. It's basically the camera has been turned into like a gun type of thing. It's still a regular camera, but his euphoric power is He's able to, whatever he takes a snap of, whenever he pushes that button, it just boom. And the guys, they come in, they try to attack him, and he snaps it, and he just blows everyone up. The bodies just explode. It's pretty awesome. He's fighting this one guy who has the ability to stretch, like he has stretching powers, and he basically uses his power to. He's a dancer, and he believes that dancing is the ultimate form, the ultimate art form. So, but he was taken care of, like during the first part of the series. This anime basically deals with corruption and how messed up society could become. And basically, Kagura, the main female protagonist, who she's only 15 years old, she's in high school. Her mother pretty much hates her guts because her mother is becoming wrinkled and she's becoming old, and she's pretty much a freak too. Like, there's a lot of characters in who are just driven by sex and things of that nature. I'm not going to spoil the entire plot, but the series itself is alright. It's like I said, it's done by Studio Gonzo. Now, Studio Gonzo has done some really good stuff like Baslets, Afro Samurai, and things like that. But then they did some really kind of crappy series. Like I said, this is a 2005 series, and it just feels like they could have done a lot of things better in this series, especially with the animation. After the first episode, the animation quality goes down. I mean, there's some episodes where the animation quality goes back up again, but for the most part, the series has subpar animation. It's not really that impressive. The story is alright. The dubbing is pretty decent. It didn't really bother me that much. The characters are pretty alright. They're not very unique. I do like their powers and things of that nature. Kagura is basically the only character in the series that's useless. She's very whiny, and she becomes very annoying to me at some points in the series. I just get kind of sick of her whining and bitching and all that. But I mean, what can you expect? She's a 15-year-old girl, and she did pretty much have a hard life. Like, her mother was literally starving her so that she could die. Pretty corrupt stuff. And she her mother would pack her an empty lunchbox, and she wouldn't eat when she went to school. So that just goes to show you just how crazy this series gets. She even developed a brain tumor and things of that nature. But overall, I would give this series a solid 7 out of 10. It's not something I would say go out and get, that you have to see. It's one of those series that you just watch and you just go, oh, okay, that was okay. So really not much else I can say on it. It's an original series too. It wasn't a manga first or anything like that. I do believe they do have a manga of the series, but that's after the anime had finished. But that's all I really have to say about the series. It's okay. It's not anything spectacular. But it's okay. It got me through the week. And I'll leave it at that. I am out.